Hello all, and thanks for tuning in for this paranormal pit stop. Tonight, we'll be exploring a prominent historic lodging located off of Montgomery Street out of San Francisco, California. That, as the second structure on its site actually claims to be the longest running hotel in the whole of its sweeping city. Rumored to be roamed by the restless spirits of staff and guests long since passed. Are you sure you're ready to brave the history and hauntings of the Palace Hotel? Historically, in 1875, the palace was constructed and would open through August under wealthy San Franciscan banker William Chapman Ralston as the largest hotel in the western half of the country. However, sadly, this early building was razed to the ground in the 1906 San Francisco earthquake, resulting in the construction of a temporary lodging recognized as the Baby Palace nearby. This Baby Palace would continue to serve patrons while a brand new palace, our current palace, was built from the ground up, and this new main palace would open its doors through December of 1909. The palace would go on to serve as stage to a number of significant events, such as in 1919 when Woodrow Wilson issued his speech in support of the Treaty of Versailles and the League of Nations from the Garden Court, or in 1945 when it hosted a celebratory banquet to mark initiatory sessions of the United Nations. In 1954, the palace was acquired by Sheraton Hotels, after which it would be re-established as the Sheraton Palace Hotel. Later, in 1984, the site was declared a landmark location, and on January 8th of 1989, this prestigious lodging would close its doors for a jaw-dropping $150 million restoration, and wouldn't again reopen them until April 3rd of 1991, after which in 1995, the hotel would drop Sheraton from its title. More recently, in 2015, the Palace Hotel would be acquired under the Marriott chain and would undergo another wave of renovations, repairs, and modernizations aimed at its guests' rooms, which also touched upon its indoor pool and fitness center, lobby, promenade, and garden court. In the present, this aged establishment remains open to the public, offering unparalleled accommodations, luxurious amenities, in-room and on-site dining and drink options, plentiful meeting spaces, its swimming pool and cutting-edge fitness center, event services, and so much more. Chillingly, a slew of local legends paint the palace as haunted by the many souls to grace its bounds, and to date, both staff and visitors have reported a range of supernatural phenomena, including orbs and strange forms that are captured in the backgrounds of photography and video on accident, instances of doors opening and closing briefly as if someone unseen is passing through them, and objects spied moving about inexplicably, or accounts of entire rooms discovered rearranged in under impossible timeframes. The entity of an unidentified French woman dressed in clothing from centuries past has been known to manifest to ask the kitchen staff for soup before vanishing. A mischievous poltergeist at the Pied Piper bar seems to be fond of playing small pranks on the living and tapping unsuspecting bargoers on the shoulders. And another bothersome and commonly experienced presence has been known to lock the doors to the dining hall on a regular basis, and even knocks and hammers on the walls when the room is empty, panicking staff. By far, one of the most famous palace spirits is undoubtedly that of the Lady in Red. While some claim this woeful woman is simply the vengeful spirit of a lover long ago scorned, or the restless ghost of someone taken too soon, others aren't so certain and believe this manifestation might actually be a succubus, or a demon or negative entity which uses a female form to seduce men for a myriad of dark purposes. Whatever the case, the Lady in Red is often sighted prowling the halls, some say searching for businessmen and wealthy parties traveling alone. And while we may never actually know what transpires once she selects said targets, those who have spent a night with this mysterious figure are always discovered the next day in their beds paralyzed in utter fear and panic. Also reported through the palace and confined to no area in particular are extreme cold spots, instances of guests being awakened in the middle of the night to shadowy figures standing over them, and the unnerving feelings of being watched, of being followed, or of being touched by an invisible presence or presences. A final legend intertwines with actual history to tell of how sadly, on August 2nd of 1923, President Warren Harding passed in slumber in one of the palace's many suites, of how out of the 4 doctors to examine his body, no cause of death was discovered, and also of how his wife refused an autopsy, resulting in further confusion. Heck, it's documented that the doctors were unable to determine even a rough time of death, and that several stories pinned other parties as visiting the president late that night, resulting in theories ranging from from a natural heart attack to inept medical care to cold-blooded murder by poison. Whatever the case, it's believed this ambiguous end to his life caused Hauntings' soul great unrest, and an ethereal silhouette matching his description has been sighted gazing from various windows by those passing by, and also has been encountered hurrying about the halls after dark. Thanks for joining us on this Paranormal Pit Stop. If you enjoyed hearing our histories and ghost stories, subscribe to our channel, like this upload, and share us with anyone you feel deserves a good scare. We'll catch you next time.